Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, aka Toy Sniper 98. This is the first Whales log for the year of 2023 for NAFGO, so let's get right into it. This is going to be, naturally, a bit of a longer Whales log, because first Whales log of the month, so figure I should try to go over everything in detail, maybe give you a slight overview of what to expect for future servants later down the line. I know normally most other FGO YouTube content creators would, or content creators in general would, make a standalone video for this, but I'll just incorporate it here into my Whales log anyway, because I'll just be rambling for the most part. Anyways, that's not the right button I want to go to, but we'll talk about this guy in a little bit. In fact, we might as well talk about him right now. So, Muramasa. I intentionally delayed recording the Whales log until we rolled Muramasa, and so because of that, I can now show off. Oh, he's Saber, so he's all the way up here. So now, because of that, I can show off him. Good old Muramasa. After 2 years, he's finally here in NA. And as you might expect, MP5. First Ascension stage for Muramasa, best Ascension stage. No doubt about it. Though I think his second stage is a close second, to be fair. This one. But first is kind of classic. I mean, there's a reason why they use his first Ascension stage as his final Ascension art as well. So, checkmate. Anyways, other than that, I'm trying to think of who we got. Oh yeah, sorry, during the month of December, I believe Vitra was the only one we needed to roll for, in terms of new service. Or did we also need to roll for, is Ashia Doman new? I really need to check. In fact, I'll check right now. We'll do it live. Check, US event, lists. Check, 2022, yes, technically. So, Vitra, okay, so yeah, Vitra should have been the only new servant for the month of December, not including Muramasa, of course, because Asho Doman was last month, I believe. So yeah, I don't think we need to go over them. So yeah, Muramasa, I already showed you guys him, and Vitra, I will show you guys here right now. Where is she? I gotta find her first. She's around here somewhere. I can tell. I swear, I can tell. She's a 5-star Lancer, right? Why is she not here? Oh, there she is. She's the very first one. That's why. And here we go. Vitra MP5. She's also already Bond 10 because Christmas lottery was the thing, and she had double Bond bonus. So I sure made the best use out of that as I could, huh? So yeah. Vitra, already Bond 10. Who else was here, or who else is new? I believe Karna Christmas, or Santa Karna, because he was the welfare 4-star, and there weren't any 4 stars on rate up, or new ones anyway for Christmas. So I believe Karna's the only one, and he's around here somewhere if I can find him. Up there he is. Same with him. Same deal with him. Just stuck him in the back line, Bond farmed for him passively, and he's now max Bond already. And yeah, MP5 as well, but he's welfare, so you kind of already knew that. So those are our new servants so far for as of this Whales log, or at least they should be. Hopefully I did show Asha Doman and who's the other one? Ibuki Doji from last one. In any case, let's go over everybody's skills here. Everybody should be max skill. Keyword should be. I'll go through this kind of slowly just so you guys can tell. But yeah, according to my little notepad where I keep track of all the skill levels of every servant in the game, they all should be max level. The ones that may not be are probably just duplicate servants. So obviously we don't need to count those. But other than that, other than the dupe servants, everybody should be max level. In terms of skills anyway. Yeah, for example, like, yeah, I got three Santa Alteras, but the one you can tell which one's my original because they got their skill lords. So the other one, obviously, I'm not leveling up, mainly because this one needs roots, and I don't want to spend them right now because I only got 100 of them. Then again, though, I don't think roots are really used that much throughout this year in terms of the new servants coming out. So maybe I could give it to him anyway, or give him to that third copy of Santa Altera anyway. It probably wouldn't make that much of a difference, but yeah, other than that. Pretty sure everybody's max level. Yeah. All the way down to here. So, I'm going to assume that I've got everybody at max skill level. 9 or 10 at least. So there they are. Craft essences. Go take a look at what I added this month. So, because I had max leveled one of my lottery Cs to use, obviously, for lottery farming, now that lottery's over, I gave it to this C because it's got the double Jalter, and they're not really swimsuits per se, but they're really skimpy fucking outfits. And hey, I like my skimpily clad Johns and Jalters, so no brainer. That one's going straight to 100. Let's see. And those are in terms of other Cs that I could get to 100. I know that we got another Mana Prism shop CE, the one with Romani on it. Where is that one? It's around here somewhere. I forget where it is. Yeah, there it is. I believe it's this one. I could get this one to max level as well because it is a Mana Prism shop CE. I'm like one max CE away. I'll wait until Neurofest 3 rerun because I'll decide which one I want to level up first. If we don't get like a CE bomb crafting event between now and Neurofest 3, then I'll probably end up just feeding these max CEs or these CE bombs directly into my what is it? The Cheer for Master C, which is going to be our Neurofest 3 rerun C, wherever that is. Or maybe I already max leveled it. Maybe there's a chance I already did it, and I just forgot about it. So let me check my max level C's here real quick. Because I might have already done that. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, I've already done it. So yeah, this is the C that we're going to use for Neurofest 3 rerun, because it's a literal rerun. Too bad that we didn't know about it until after I burned the rest of my Limit Broken copies of Cheer for Master. Those would be nice to have. Thankfully, I don't plan on going too hard on lotteries anymore. I'm probably just going to farm like the usual 1,000 boxes and just call it a day, or call it an event. Because farming 2,000 boxes from the Christmas lottery just, the other week fucking slayed me. So, that was an experience. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna see if I want to level up any other Cs here, because basically all the Cs here, with a few exceptions, of course, like all those case scopes, are Cs that I want to get to max level because of their CE art. Because why the hell not? For example, I'll probably get this CE to max level just because this is the CE that gave us Nightingale in her swimsuit outfit. Why that's not a standalone costume for her, for Nightingale, is beyond me. That is a crime, and we should add this swimsuit for Nightingale immediately. It's definitely not because I want to see more dojins of Nightingale in that swimsuit specifically. No, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. In any case, Bond Grails. Currently, the only Bond 15 target I have as of right now is, I believe, Castoria. I don't know where she is. The ones down here are all the max Bond, or the max Bond 15 servants. Most of them are duplicates, of course, because Tama Lancer and Tama Caster. I'm trying to look for Castoria. Okay, she's down here. So yeah, I almost managed to hit Bond 13 during lottery itself, but I was just short, so I was able to get the rest of that Bond to Bond 13 with like free quests after the lottery was done. So yeah, now I'm started on the quest to Bond 14 for Castoria, because I eventually plan on getting her to level 120 as well, but when that day will come, I do not know. I don't know why anybody would want to see this, but in case you guys are curious as to how far along, command card enhancement progress is, because I do believe I've gotten every single faux pas that has ever existed in the game. So I guess if you want to know how far you should be along, if you've gotten every single one, then here you go. I believe I added everything. Yeah, so I don't have any left. So yeah, all three of Tamo's arts cards are maxed out. Now doing her Buster card, and after that Buster card is done, obviously we'll finish out with her quick. So that's my progress on Tama Caster's card enhancements. CCs, not sure if I fiddled around with these a lot. Yeah, don't think I made any major changes to these, so I'll just skip over that. Append skills, alright, so here's something we can talk about. So Append skills. After lottery was done, I went over all my Append skills that I possibly could to see if I could feed as many Append skills as I could. I've gotten this question before on stream recently, so I'll reiterate it here. As for my stance on Append skills, I will not treat them the same as regular skills. I'm still prioritizing Ascension materials and main skill materials, the first 3 skills that everybody gets, not Append skills. The reasons, plural, because I have multiple, for this is because, 1, Append skills are just not that important, at least not as important as the first main 3. Obviously, mana loading, everyone's A2, is pretty important. It's the most useful Append skill out of all of them, clearly. But even then, we're only talking about, like, you know, the servants who mainly have, like, 30% batteries, right? And even though, obviously, you know, with Castoria, who has a 30% battery for the team, you know, any servant who has their 20% battery is Castoria compatible, and just give them a 50% starting charge C, right? I'm mostly going to prioritize servants who have that 30%, obviously, 30% battery of their own, or higher, even better. Like Muramasa, for example, because he's got a 50% battery. So obviously, I gave him his max A2 Append, because who knows, maybe it might come in handy. But yeah, other than that, that's one of the reasons. The other reason is because I don't agree with the servant coin system. Like, I'm sure we all know at this point the clear weaknesses or the drawbacks of this whole stupid-ass servant coin system. And until they change it, or at the very least give us, you know, that coveted universal servant coin system, or some way for us to acquire servant coins specifically for servants that we want, right? Be it welfare or whatever, or not. Until that happens, I'm not really gonna respect Append skills. So, in essence, what I plan to do with Append skills is I'm just going to level it whenever it's convenient. I'm not going to try to go out of my way, except for servants that I want to grail in the future. For example, Coin Skya Light. Obviously, I'll try to do everything in my power to get them everything that they have, right? That's available for them. But with those exceptions, with those few exceptions, everybody else, it's just going to be a matter of, do I need your second Append skill? And if not, do I feel like doing this, right? Can I just treat you guys as a QP sync? Because that's literally what I did during our last lottery, right? After lottery was done, I was opening my boxes, right? Because I've freaking farmed 2,000 boxes, as I'll show you in a little bit here. I'm gonna have a lot of QP that I'm gonna just end up wasting. So I was like, well, I guess it's time to go through all the Append skills and see what I can level up. And so by doing that, I was able to like spend another like 700 million QP that otherwise would have just gone straight down the drain, right? For me opening all those boxes. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I'll level up the Append skills wherever I feel like. But otherwise, other than that, I'm just gonna take it easy on them. I will just briefly go through the Append skills here real quick, just to show you guys what their progress looks like. But I don't expect to ever like truly max out all of them. I'm not putting that sort of expectation on myself. Because ironically, even though I can unlock all the 5 stars in the game, all the 5-star Append skills, because I go for MP5 all 5-star servants anyway, right? Because each 5-star servant copy will get you 90 coins. So when I get 5, I can unlock all the Append skills right away. The 4 stars are a different story, because you need like what, 10 copies to like get everything. So 120, all 3 Appends. So obviously you don't need like what, 10 copies of a 4-star, but you still need more than 5. I think I just recently got a copy of Tomai Gozen, so I should be able to unlock her final Append here. Where is it? Oh no, she's already had all 3, so never mind. False alarm. But where was my Assassin Nitocris here? Right, I can't unlock this because I only ever rolled 5 copies of Assassin Nitocris, so maybe 6, but clearly it's not enough. So, because of this, I guess this is the third reason, I can't unlock all the Append skills for all the 4 stars. Mainly the limited ones like the summer ones, or the collaboration 4 stars. Even the permanent 4 stars, if I only ever get 5 copies of them, and, you know, just 5 copies, it won't be enough by itself, right? Gotta roll more, right? At least 7 or 8 maybe, depending on how many it is exactly. So, yeah, I'm just not gonna go for Append skills too seriously. Just level them wherever I can, you know. I already showed you guys everybody's Noble Phantasms, everybody's MP5, except for, who is it? Jinako, of course, because I'm waiting for the free 5-star ticket later this year. Palingenesis. Oops, I think that was the wrong tab. So, Grailing. So, I am working on Tama Lancers Grails, as you can see here. 108 out of 108. We'll get another Grail pretty soon here, because of thanks to the New Year's login bonus streak, whatever, where we get the Rare Prism, Bond Grail, and then the actual Grail itself. So I will feed that to Tama Lancer as soon as possible, ASAP. So that should be good. Should be a 110 going into it, and hopefully I'll get those next 10 Grails for her. Is it 10? No, next 5. Sorry, clearly I cannot do math. The next 5 Grails for her, and afterwards I will start saving Grails for I believe Koyanskaya Light. I think I had this Grail discussion before. Sometime in one Wales log last year, where I was like, I don't know if I want to go for like Koyanskaya Light Grails first or Morgan Grails first. I may make a compromise and be like, oh hey, so I'm going to collect 10 Grails and then make it so that I'll be able to Grail both Morgan and Koyanskaya Light. Once Morgan is at level 100, I can just start dumping all the Grails we have. We'll get into into Koyanskaya Light instead. And then afterwards, I'll see what I want to do once we're done with that. I also do plan on getting Yang Yuhuan to 120 as well. I know I'm sure I've said in the past that I want to get to Yang Yuhuan level 120 no matter what. So like, ignore Morgan and ignore ignore Koyanskaya Light. But now I'm having kind of second thoughts. Like maybe Yang Yuhuan can wait a little bit, right, until I can get Morgan and Koyanskaya Light to 100, and I'll decide what I want to do from there and see who I want to commit to 120 first. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, those are my Grail quote-unquote woes, because I'm still thinking about what I want to do. I will also definitely get Suzuka Gozen to 120 at some point, just because she has been very useful. Especially during the last lottery, she was able to farm the regular light level 90 node for me for a good chunk of time. So there's that. Oh, speaking of Suzuka Gozen, if I check the Bond release stuff, I believe I was able to give her another Bond Grail too, just because I was farming with her so much. Question is, where is she? There she is. Yeah, so as you can see there, she was at Bond 10 or 11 going into the lottery event, and then just because of that level 90 node on its own, I was able to farm her all the way up to halfway through, Bond 12, so made some good progress on her Bond at least. So there you go. So yeah, we'll see what happens when once my Tama Lancer hits 120. I'll see who I want to go for 120 first. If I want to either just get Morgan and Koyanskaya Light to 100 first, and then worry about the 120 grind later, and then pick and choose between I guess I should also count Suzuka Gozen here, right? Suzuka, Koyanskaya Light, Morgan, and Yang Yuhuan. Like, those 4 I want to take to 120, and I have to decide who I want to do it for. Ugh. The choices, man. So, the wardrobe, I'm pretty sure I've gotten everybody's skins unlocked. Yeah, everybody's skins are, in fact, unlocked, including Kintoki's and Ibuki Doji's, wherever she is. Yeah, there we go, in the middle. So all the wardrobe, the Spiritron dresses or costumes unlocked. All right, so let's talk about, before we go into, you guys probably got a glimpse of it there. Let me back out and show you guys my box count, because I have officially farmed 2,000 boxes. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we are. So 2,000 boxes is official. Finished rolling all of them, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. Thank God we got the 100 rolls early, because my God, with 100 rolls, I never at any point did I feel under pressure to have to roll all my boxes. It just went by so fast. That, and combined with our 400 gift box space, it was a serious breeze, man. Love it. You love to see it. Really, the only gripe that I had was the fact that we don't have the same main inventory space as JP does, because I believe JP has 700 max main inventory space, whereas NA still only has 500. So if we had 700, it would have gone by even faster, because that way I would have been able to redeem more XP cards and delete more of them all at once. So it would have been a little bit faster, but yeah, I won't complain. The 100 rolls, it was the important one anyway, and we got that, and that's all that matters. But yeah, 2,000 boxes there. So now, because of that, I now have how many friend points now? 68,696,790. So that'll be very useful when Haptrot comes along with Lost Belt 6, and for Gudo rerun later at the end of the year, end of 2023, when we get Gudo 5 rerun. And when Nobukatsu comes back on raid, so we can waste our friend points there again to farm more Nobukatsu coins. Speaking of Nobukatsu coins, I suppose I should show you that. 8,000 from last year, in case I didn't show that off at one point. I thought I farmed like 9,000 servant coins. Turns out it was a little bit less than that. That, and I gave Nobukatsu his Append skills, because why not? So yeah, got a lot of servant coins that I can use here to fund the Grail casting system that we'll get with Tunguska at the end of this year. Man, that system could not come faster, man. But yeah, plenty of servant coins there to feed that for a good little while. Let's see, story progress. I don't know how many guys have finished Heian Kill, but in case you haven't, or in case you are wondering if I finished Heian Kill, yes I have. So now I'm just farming Rainbow Yarn and the Oni Flaming, whatever that is. The Flaming Hearts or Flaming Plants, whatever they call it. So yeah, Heian Kill is done. For some reason, they put it under main interlude after you're done with it. I don't know. I don't really know why. Like, couldn't they just have put it like in between Lost Belt 4, or sorry, Lost Belt 5 and Lost Belt 6? I don't know. Must be some sort of a lore reason. But in any case, what else are we looking at? Gift box is full because of all the embers. But yeah, disable this. Put on all the filters. But yeah, shout outs to our stack of let's see. Actually, what happened to my oh, okay. There we go. I was about to freak out, like, wait a minute, what happened to all my my Hellfires of Wisdom? But yeah, I just didn't turn on the 5-star filter. I was like, oh, heart attack. Did I accidentally redeem it? When did I do that? But yeah, 955 Hellfires of Wisdom, which is the 5-star XPs. I kind of wonder what the difference between the acquisition requirements for the 5-star stack of 955 and the 124 stack of the regular 4-star embers. I kind of wonder what differentiates those two, because their descriptions say, oh, just main quest clear progress rewards. So it's like, okay, so what's the difference? But there they are, sitting there all nice and pretty. What else can we talk about? I guess we can go into party formation here. All the Mystic Codes have been our max level. I mean, you guys kind of already knew that. Kind of wonder what our next Mystic Code is, or when we're gonna get it. I know that our next heavy duty like super high XP requirement Mystic Code is Plug Suit 2.0, but we're not gonna get that until next year, obviously. So I'm kind of wondering what other easier Mystic Codes we're gonna get in the meantime. Speaking of Mystic Code experience, you'll notice I am Master Level 160. I did not explicitly farm for Master Level before Lottery. I know that there are some individuals on the NA server out there, like on Twitter or something, who are trying to grind out Master Level for some reason. Which, good for them if they wanted to be the first 160 on NA. But I don't care. I didn't care, because I knew that with Lottery I would be able to grind out a big chunk of my Master Level XP, and sure enough I did. Because by the end of my 2,000 box farming, I was basically like a little sliver off of 160 or something like that, and I was easily able to do the rest of it just in the next couple days after I finished Lottery, just by farming free quests. So yeah, I'm now level 160 and literally just one event. Lotteries are pretty good, let me tell you. So that's very, very cool. I don't know how much extra AP we got from going from 150 to 160. Like, I think we increased our AP cap from like 142 to like 144. So, woohoo, I guess. A whole 2 points. Oh my god. We also got the party cost increase, of course, from 113 to 114, which is also, woohoo, you got 1 extra party cost point. Fucking hallelujah. It does let you run certain teams that do cost like exactly 114, but other than that, it's like, all right, dude. 1 more party cost. Yay. So stupid. But in any case, I believe those are it as far as account progress goes. I guess to round out, I will let you take a peek at the materials that I have, or the material counts. So Saint Quartz, I mean, that goes up and down all the time. I am currently saving all the Saint Quartz fragments from the past year, so I have not converted my Saint Quartz fragments, starting with, I believe, with Castoria. Yeah, with Castoria, I think. I didn't intend on doing this at first, but when I realized, oh wait, I haven't been converting my fragments into like actual Saint Quartz, I was like, you know what? Let's just go for however long I want to, I feel like, and see if I can, I guess, last until next year without touching my Saint Quartz fragment account, or my pile here, until Coin Skylight comes out, and we'll see how many Saint Quartz I get from that. So, it's been what, 5 months, and I have 669 Saint Quartz fragments. Nice. So if that progress keeps up, then I'll probably expect to have around like what, 1200, something like that, 1200, 1300 Saint Quartz fragments by the time Coin Skylight comes out. And when she does, we'll just convert the Saint Quartz fragments into Saint Quartz. Same thing with summoning tickets. I'm also saving all the tickets that I'm getting for the past year, because just like for Saint Quartz fragments, I haven't touched my summoning tickets themselves ever since Castoria came out. So I've just been sitting on those this entire time. So yeah, we'll see if the amount of summoning tickets and the amount of Saint Quartz fragments, plus all the Saint Quartz that we're gonna get for this year's anniversary when Coin Skylight comes out, will be enough to get a couple copies of Coin Sky on their own. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, halfway through USOs, I'll probably save at least 10 USOs for Koyanskaya, because obviously I want to get her at B6 for 120 purposes. I mean, the rumors about 150 on JP aside, because that's a whole nother can of worms that I'll have to worry about later. Yeah, I'll have to I want to reserve 10 USOs, assuming that I get spooked, in future gacha endeavors. So that I can get that sixth copy of Coin Skylight immediately, so I don't have to worry about rolling for that. Just roll for the first 5 copies like I do for everybody else. Rare prisms is floating around 1,000. Mana prisms are floating around 850,000 for some reason. Anybody want some free mana prisms? Pure prisms, I've used them all up to roll for, or to get like all the Lost Spell 6 materials. I believe I've bought out all the Lost Spell 6 materials so far. And I got a couple extra pure prisms thanks to a hand kill. Though I did need to use a couple of them to buy some spherical veins from the shop, because I needed to level up. I think it was Ilya's mana append skill, or mana loading append skill, so I could use her for some turn 1 shenanigans during one of the lottery nodes. But yeah, got a couple golden fruits, though I think those are just from login bonuses and whatnot. Because we just had a lottery. Why on earth would I have gold apples? I do have a ton of bronze apples from all the boxes I freaking rolled. So I got a nice, healthy, like 6,000 of them. Or I would have 6,000 if I didn't use some bronze apples to farm some other stuff, I think. So just some free quests, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, that's right. I've used them to farm flaming hearts or the flaming oni plants to get ready for who was it, Murmasa. So that way I could get all the skills up to max level immediately. So skill gem counts blue, red, and gold. Basically don't need any more. 10,000 proofs of heroes. Clearly, I do not need any more. 5,000 evil bones. Don't really need any more. Same thing with dragon fangs. Dust. In case anybody is in a dire need of any dust, fangs, bones, or a proof of heroes, please don't look at those numbers. They don't exist. They can't hurt you. Fool's Chain. Don't need to worry about. I don't have a lot of stingers. But after going through all the material requirements for all the servants this year, it seems like there aren't really that many servants who need stingers. Like literally only like 2 or 3 servants out of all the new servants for this year. So while my stinger count looks low, and to me it certainly does, apparently I don't need to farm too much more of it. So I can just leave it alone and just chill. Fluids clearly don't need to worry about. Same thing with stakes. Gunpowder. So gunpowder is interesting. I heard that there were going to be a lot of servants next year who need a ton of gunpowder. Obviously, Quiet Sky at Light does. But other than her and like maybe 1 or 2 other servants, gunpowder isn't actually all that needed. Unless you're talking about like older servants who are already in the game that you may or may not roll later on this year. But yeah, other than Quiet Sky at Light, like she's the main consumer of bullets. And the other ones only take like bullets in their ascension stage or something. And even if they take in their skill levels, like there's only a couple of them. So like 700 bullets is more than enough for them. So kind of surprising, because especially because given what I had heard about how many people are gonna need bullets so much next year. Well, turns out not really now. But speaking of what will be used a lot next year, small bells. So as you probably know, we got access to the Lost Belt 6 materials a little bit earlier than usual, thanks to Appends and level 120s. And yeah, currently the only way to get them is through either event shops or acquiring them through Pure Prism shops. So exchange Pure Prisms, the Coom cubes from above, from here, for them. And yeah, I basically just bought them all out pretty much, because I know that. Obviously the Lost Belt servers will start needing small bells. But yeah, can't wait to start grinding for them. Now we go into the silver materials. We got, plenty good on seeds, lanterns, crystals, snake eyes, feathers, gears, pages, homunculus babies, horseshoes, night metals, shells, don't need to worry about, because I believe I was able to, with just 442 shells, I believe everybody's shell requirements are met for this year. So not too worried about that. Magatama is going to give me a headache though, because a lot of servants, more servants than I would have expected, surprisingly enough, want Magatamas in some way, shape, or form. So definitely need to farm more of those, especially for any new Japanese servant who comes out this year. So there's that. Frost, I think the frost count is okay. Yeah, that frost count should still be okay for all the new servants this year. So don't think I need to worry about them. Same thing with Giant's Ring, same thing with Steel, same thing with Bells. Bells were a part of the lottery, the material ticket that you got from out of the boxes. That gave you you could choose between Bells, Spherical Veins, I believe. Yeah, and Bloodstone Tears. So thanks to those, my bell count is perfectly safe. Arrowheads. A lot of servants need arrowheads too this year, or quite a few of them, and I don't have enough, so I'll definitely need to farm more of those. Crowns, I believe nobody really uses crowns this year, so that count, that 197 count should still be okay. Spherical Veins, clearly I have enough of them. Not only could we have farmed Spherical Veins during the lottery nodes itself, like the level 90 and 90 plus nodes, but also they showed up in the material voucher ticket along with the bells. So I burned through a lot of them going through the Append skills, leveling up all the Append skills just to burn some QP, and I was able to basically get them all back thanks to the material vouchers, material tickets. Rainbow Yarn. People need those for sure. So I'll need to farm more of those. I can just farm those in the the Flaming Hearts node, because that node drops both. And Scales of Fantasy, same thing with small bells. Can't farm them right now because they're Lost Belt 6, but I bought them all out from the Pure Prism shop. Just get ready for obviously future servants. Moving on to gold materials, claws. Don't need too many of those. Hearts clearly don't need any more of those. Scales, not too worried. Spirit Roots, again, it's one of those cases where I don't feel comfortable with that count, but apparently servants this year don't really need all that much. In fact, it's only like 1 or 2 servants who really need them. So just even having just 100 Spirit Roots should get you through this year just fine. And that's assuming you roll for every servant. War Horns, like who the fuck needs those? Don't really care. Bloodstone Tears, some servants need them. I just wanted them because they were my Bloodstone tier count was getting pretty low as well. But again, since they were available with the Christmas material vouchers, I just got them up to 500 and call it a day. Tar. So my tar count used to be a lot higher, but surprisingly, a lot of servants use tar in their Append skills. Thankfully, obviously, tar isn't really used for like ascension materials or skill leveling materials. So only having 100 it's fine. It's okay. So not too worried about that. Same thing with lamps. 244 should be enough. Scarabs, I believe scarabs are not really used all that often this year. So yeah, should be enough even at 100. I know that a lot of Append skills need scarabs though for some reason. Lanugo. So Lanugo is a weird exception to the gold materials because I'm pretty sure people still need Lanugo. Let me check my little handy dandy notepad here. Lanugo. Actually, no. I think they're okay. I think everybody's okay. Just with the Lanugo. But yeah, just like scarabs, Lanugo, like a lot of Append skills use Lanugo. So there you go. But bars. But yeah, 188 should be enough for all the new servants in the game for this year. Same thing with gallstones. Same thing with wines, because I believe the level 90 node dropped wine, so I have more wine than I know what to do with. Now cores. Okay, now we're talking serious. So cores. A lot of servants this year need cores. I believe the 169 count can cover most of this year's servants' core count or core requirements, but I still need a few more for, like, for example, Koyanskaya Dark, who, depending on who you ask, may or may not be a this year's servant. Technically counts as next year, but I don't care. I'm still preparing for her anyway. But yeah, there's the cores there. Still need to farm a little bit more for Koyanskaya Dark, but I got a full year to take care of that. Mirrors, again, kind of like cores, where I need to farm more mirrors for sure. Only having 101 is not going to cut it. I still need to farm some more, so we'll get around to that at some point. Eggs, 200 eggs should be enough for this year. I don't think I ran into any problems with that. But comets are again another gold mat where people need a lot of them. No surprise there. We were warned. So yeah. Hopefully we can start farming some more Comet Shards. Hopefully that Comet Shard node in Saber Wars 2 is still there, because I think that treated me pretty right, and I got a lot of Comet drops out of that. We'll see, though. But yeah, there's the Comet Shards from that, from there. We'll still need a lot more of those. Fruits as well. Still need a lot of fruits. A lot of servants need fruits, surprisingly enough. So 45 will only get me so far. And again, same thing with Oni plants. Gotta farm more of those. I'm down to 27 lures. I think going into December, I literally had like 60. I was floating anywhere from like 55 to like 60 lures, but I'm all the way down to 27 now because I've been luring all sorts of Append skills for the sake of Chris's lottery. So hopefully I can build that lore stash back up. We should be getting more and more events now where they're giving us more and more lures per event. Or maybe that won't happen until like later on this year, like second half of this year. We'll see. But yeah, definitely gotta save, be less stingy, gotta be less copious with my lore consumption. Gotta be a little more stingy with that. And piece count and monument count, those will probably trigger some people, because I'm sure everybody wants a piece and monument lottery, especially on JP. Still got like 11 bond grails. Gotta figure out who I want to use those on. The Fate CCC made stuff, I guess. Excuse me. And all my lottery currency stuff. Yang Yuan is cute. Okay, so that was a deep dive into my account. Hopefully I was able to cover most things. In case I did not, leave a comment below to ask about like a specific thing about my account that I may have missed. so I can hopefully answer that in the comment section below. But in any case, I believe that's about it. Question mark. So, I'll leave you guys on this screen as we go over the stuff for this year. Let's see here. Pull up the wiki. Look ahead to these. Let's see, 2021. So yeah, now that we got Muramasa, I've already rolled for him. He's part of the account now. The next few events for this month, the major ones anyway, are Saber Wars 2 reruns. So in case any of you guys need more copies of Spishtar, now's your chance. We should get that pretty soon for the first half of January, because the second half of January we need to get the Little Big Tengu event with Avenger Ushi and Hichiko or Kichi Hogan, I think is her name, the welfare assassin. So, yeah. Saber Wars 2 rerun, no new servant there, I'm pretty sure, so my wallet can rest easy. Might not be the case for some of you guys, though. But after Saber Wars 2, then we get Avenger Ushi with, like I said, the Little Big Tengu event, and that should be the second half of January. So yeah, we have those two events to look forward to for this month. Going into just looking at the rest of the year as a whole, I'm just gonna let you guys off the top 4 most important servants for this year, and you guys already know who they are, and those are I think there are 4. Gotta go over them real quick here. Morgan, Koinskaya Light, Melusine, and Oberon. Like, those are the top 4 by far. Like, I don't think anybody's arguing with that. So I mentioned who is it, Koinskaya Light first before Melusine, because in case you guys have forgotten, we're the NA server, so our anniversary comes a month earlier than JP's. So on JP, I'm pretty sure they got Morgan and then Melusine right after, and then they got Koinskaya Light. But for us, for the NA server, it's probably going to go Morgan, then Koinskaya Light, then Melusine. If they do still go by the original Japanese release order of Morgan, Melusine, Koinskaya, then they're probably gonna. Then Melusine is probably most likely going to be the last new 5-star before we get Koinskaya. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what they want to do there. And pretty sure they have to do that anyway, just because, you know, Melusine kind of needs to be on GSSR banner. So they'll probably do something like that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll end up seeing what happens. But yeah. Remember that Morgan has a lot of banners this year for some reason. Like 3 rate-ups in like 3 months or some bullshit like that. 3 or 4 months. So just remember that Morgan does, while she is a very high priority, she doesn't need to be high priority because she has multiple banners that we're going to get, that you're going to be able to have a chance to roll her from. So in case you want to go for the slightly more urgent ones like Oberon or Melusine or Koinskaya Light, then there you go. Keep that in mind. The ones that don't have as many rate-ups in such a short amount of time. Little quick word on Oberon, because I've been getting a lot of questions about how Tuhu, who should, you know, who's better, or who should we get first, Koinskaya Light or Oberon? My opinion is that you should probably get Koinskaya Light first, and that's just not waifu bias talking here. Like, I legitimately think Koinskaya Light is a generally speaking better and safer option than Oberon, just because she's what enables the whole Buster reloading system in the first place. Rather than Oberon, though. To be fair, since Oberon has a freaking 70% battery for anybody, technically he could do it too. It's just that, you know, who is it? Koinskaya Light is the Buster buffer, so she's a little more relevant in that respect. So yeah, I would technically consider Koinskaya Light to be a little more relevant, but not by much. So if you can only roll for one, right, go for Koinskaya Light. That being said, Oberon is also extremely powerful, and some people have been asking, oh, how strong is Oberon really, right? Like, do we really need to roll for him? Like, oh, I don't like Oberon. Do I have to roll for him? Because, you know, he's a bad guy, or he's a shithead, or I don't like his art, whatever the reason may be. To be honest with you, yes, Oberon is just that good. Because remember, not only does he have like a freaking 70% battery for a servant or something like that, but also, or maybe the 7% is just for him. Is it just for him? I don't remember. Actually, I have the wiki open right in front of me. I might as well just check, because I already said fuck it, let's do it live. So let's go ahead and put in Oberon. Dear FGO Wiki, how busted is Oberon? So he's got the party 20% charge. Where's the Le Battery? Why are people saying that he has a 70% battery? Oh yeah, so yeah, his second skill charges one ally's MP gauge by 50%. So yeah, 70% battery. Hello? Do you not realize how busted that is? So yeah, 70% battery. He's got his MP damage amplifier. So not only does he give an MP damage buff, but he also multiplies it by a factor of 2. And that also applies for all MP buffs that they have. So in case they're a servant that also has their own MP damage buff, guess what? That's getting doubled too. And I'm pretty sure it works with Black Grail. So yeah, kind of absurdly busted. So yeah. In other words, you know, in case that's all just a bunch of word soup to you, what that means for you is this: Oberon allows you to farm shit a lot better, or allow you to farm shit that you have no right being able to farm, right? Because like 90++ in the future, whenever we get that, that's basically balanced around that's basically balanced around the question of, hey, do you have Oberon? No? Okay, you probably shouldn't do this. Do you have Oberon? Okay, maybe you have a chance of doing this. I hope you have the right DPSs. But, you know, how hard can that be, right? But Oberon is really freaking strong. For everybody involved. He's a lot like Abigail, actually, where in the past I've described Abigail as the kind of servant where the less shit you have in your account, or basically the more free to play you are, the more useful Abigail is. Oberon's kind of in the same boat, except he's just useful for everybody involved. He doesn't care if you're free to play, if you're a whale. He's useful for everyone, man. At least as far as that's how I see it. So yeah, try to roll for the guy. He's kind of useful. Doesn't matter what you think about him, for whatever reason, right? Whatever reason you may have to dislike him or like him, you should probably roll for him, or at least try to. Because his second rate up is literally like a year afterwards, because he just got his rate up on JP like the other week. So it's either you roll Oberon now this year, or wait like another 2 years for him. So there you go. But yeah, at least his banner comes after his banner comes last, right after Morgan's, Melusine's, and Coin Skylight. So you got time. You can roll for everybody else and see how much you got left over for Oberon, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, just keep in mind that rolling for Oberon is kind of important, because it's better to have him than to not. You could get away with not rolling it, because you can be like, oh, you know, I can just look for support Oberons on my support list. But here's the thing, right? Everybody's gonna have other extra class servants on support. Like, it's gonna be pretty hard trying to look for support Oberons, I think, unless you specifically have like a friends list that for some reason throws up Oberon their support list en masse, or unless you ask your friends directly, hey, can you put up support Oberon for me? Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna put up other extra class servants. I don't remember. I don't seem to recall exactly which ones. But yeah, extra slot is going to be very, very competitive in terms of what people put up there. That if you take a support Oberon, you're not taking double. You're not taking double Castori, or you're not taking like double Coin Skya. So yeah, if you really think about it, it's probably for the best if you try to roll for your own. Or yeah, try to roll for your own. But yeah, that's basically this year in a nutshell. Just those big four, and then everybody else afterwards. Though to be fair, even the less significant ones like Ushi Avenger, for example, everybody's going for her, right? Or most people. It's frickin' Ushi Wakamaru. So why not, right? I'm sure a lot of people on NA are hyped for her. And besides her, like, there's a lot of other really desirable 5-star servants out there besides the big four that I mentioned. They're not coming to me right now, but I'm sure they're out there, right? Summer, comma. Hell, how could we forget about the summer servant? Summer, comma. She's a big one. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this Wales log. I said it was gonna be a long one, and it sure is. That is freaking 50 minutes long. Holy crap! So, I've rambled on for long enough. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next month for next month's Wales log. Peace, and good luck to all your gacha rolls for both New Year's and the rest of this year too.